wanted to make a quick video to remind everyone to be careful about the social media influencers that they are watching and following, and the dangers of following certain types of people. You see, a lot of these people have had unique life scenarios, unique life situations, okay? I mean, the guys that I watch, like I love Mike Thurston, like Chris Williamson, Jordan Peterson, Andrew Tate, just to name a few of them, James Smith, Iman Ghazi, like the standard self-improvement characters who have taken over the internet over the past year or two. Why you have to be, and even like myself on my Instagram, like my following, people need to be careful when they follow me and when they follow some of these other people that I've been talking about, because these people's life situation has been completely unique to yours. Okay, they've either had a piece of luck, they've started a business which has exploded, they've been posting content for 10 years, they have particular type of genes whereby when they train a certain way, you could train like Mike Thurston, the UK fitness guy, for 10 years and still not have his body because of the way his genes are. You could train like me for 2 years and still not have my body because of the way my genes are. Just the way that my chest is rounded and how my muscles are rounded and how, for example, I can't get super muscly, lean legs like Cristiano Ronaldo because that's just his genes. That's just what he's like as a man. You cannot change some of this biology. I saw something today which was a guy who's got limb lengthening surgery. Have you seen that guy on TikTok or on Twitter? The guy who made his legs longer and now he's like 10 centimeters taller. It's just crazy now, the world that we live in. And I want to make you aware, be careful who you're watching, who you're listening to. If you're trying to compete with a tiny percentage of people at the very top of the game, you're going to be upset and miserable that you're not there and that you'll never get there. All right, let me just give you a couple of examples. For example, for me, I don't mean to boast or anything and always like talk about, oh, I'm this, I'm that, but I sit globally in the top 1%, if not less, probably in the top 0.5% of men who have made a certain amount of money, who can travel the world, who've got freedom, who don't have a boss, who have a certain type of body, who've slept with a certain number of type of women, who gets attention from women, who's got a beautiful family. Guys, that shit is so rare that like you can't just follow me and think, oh, I'm gonna have exactly what this guy has. I just need to work a little bit hard, because there are things that you might not get out of those things, no matter how hard you work. I look at people now at the level above me, all right? I look at people like Justin Waller, Andrew Tate, like crazy sums of wealth, 100 million plus. Justin Waller maybe making like 10 million plus a year. And I'm looking at that with my bank account like, yo, I want to get to that point. How do I get up there? And then I'm also looking at certain people's bodies. I'm looking at like Mike Thurston's body. I'll look at like a certain boxer like Anthony Joshua and be like, what? Like, first of all, I'm not as tall as they are, right? Anthony Joshua's like 6'4", 6'5", right? I'm 6 foot when I wear shoes with a bit of a heel on them, right? So at least I can say I hit that mark, for God's sake. But I'm actually like 5'11". So I now look up to those people and think I want to get to that level, but I may never get to that level. That's a seriously difficult level to get to. We're talking making hundreds of mils, being world famous and smashing social media and going completely viral and being a world champion boxer. It's like I have to also be very careful who I compare myself to. And I would urge you to also be very careful who you compare yourselves to. So like just filter out your social media. If you're following people at the very top of the game, you're just not going to be able to compete and get to that level. And I'm making this video out of my own potential insecurities and fear that I might not reach that absolute point. So 0.1% of men on the planet or of the developed world. Okay, let's just talk developed world, right? Western world. 0.1% of men in that category that have everything, not necessarily means they're happy, but they have everything that I think I would want. Competing in that realm is super competitive, super tough, and I might not ever make it. So I need to be satisfied with what I have. I need to be happy with what I have. I need to be grateful. Ultimately, that's the most beautiful thing that you could have. Your gratitude for your health, for your family, your job, whatever it is you have right now. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, be grateful for that. And don't look too high up. And I know it's a disease that we all do. You know, yeah, look where I'm sitting up in that bracket. What about everyone else down here? The other 99% of people on this planet. It's crazy. Why am I not looking at them? And some of them are way happier than I've been on certain days. Some of them are way happier than the richest men on the planet who have everything. So, you know, it's just not what you think it is. And making this video also helps me think about think about being careful about who I'm trying to be. I just want to be myself. And I just want to be the best version of myself. And I think you should do the same. And I want to make more heartfelt content like this because it just comes from the heart, and there's just no lies and there's no ego, and I don't have to be arrogant about anything. I can just really say it how it is. So yeah, just be careful, and be careful of your mental health. I want you all to be happy. Why not? Why would I want you to be sad? Why? What's the point of that? There's an abundant, beautiful world. You should all be happy. You can all achieve the things that you want to achieve. Well, that's unrealistic. Maybe not everyone with the big dreams and desires that everyone has these days, but you can be happy, and that's all that matters. Take care for now.